You know what's tough is coming out of New Age, having the veil lifted, and trying to communicate.
I also came out of the New Age deception to Jesus 4 years ago. But unfortunately, you've just got into another deception because Churchianity, even Christianity, is a deception because they do not obey the Bible. And right now, I can see that you're blinded by your idolatry because wearing a cross around your neck and having crosses on your walls is a graven image. It's idolatry, breaking the second commandment of God, and it'll send you to hell if you do not repent. So that's why I'm making this video. You're blinded right now because Psalm 115 and Psalm 135 says that you'll be blinded by your idolatry. So the Bible also says you're not going to hear, but I am to warn you anyway, because that's the calling of a watchman. And the Messiah called us all to watch in Mark 13:32-36. To watch means to enter into the work of a watchman. The calling and the duty is in Ezekiel 2:3-33, and you have been called. If you're hearing this, you have been called. We all have been called. Many are called, few are chosen. You ask your pastor on Sunday, what is the calling? What does it mean to watch? He won't know. What is the calling of a watchman? Ask them, why do they never preach on becoming a watchman? Ask them what the royal law is in James 2:8. They do not know. And if they do know, they will not tell you, because it means you will be rebuking them. But women can't rebuke men, only women, because we cannot usurp authority over a man, as 2 Timothy 2:12 says, yeah. So you need to get rid of those crosses. And I'm going to read Hosea 2:2 of what God thinks of that graven image around your neck. Plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. So look at all the Christian women. What are they doing? Wearing their adulteries between her breasts. That's the cross. It's prophetic of end days, of what his people are going to be doing in the end days. It's a graven image. Go and read Isaiah 44:13 as well. And also, if you paint your face and paint your nails, dye your hair. This is the Jezebel spirit, and it's coveting in your heart after a look that you do not have naturally by God, breaking the 10th commandment, thou shalt not covet. You're also breaking the 9th commandment, thou shalt not bear false witness, because you're lying about how you look. You're deceiving people. We're meant to be content with how God made us. We're not meant to be coveting after a look we do not have. That's Satan that tells you to paint your face and your nails and dye your hair and tells you you're not good enough, how God created you to be, because he wants to mock God's creation. It's the Jezebel spirit. And the Jezebel spirit, Jezebels will go into the Great Tribulation, go to hell. Read Revelation 2:20-23. And Isaiah 3:16-26 and Isaiah 13:15-16 to see the punishment that's coming to you unless you repent. And that also means repenting of doing spiritual fornication, which is Christmas and Easter, because it's pagan idolatry, worshipping other gods, small g gods. Because the traditions of Christmas and Easter came from the pagans and how they worship their gods. And God, our Father in heaven, the Creator, his name is Jehovah, or Yah for short, because he has a name. God is just a title. Lord is just a title. He specifically said in Deuteronomy 12:30-32, do not look to the nations, which is the Gentiles, the pagans, the heathens, right? And look how, inquire and go, oh, how did they worship their gods? And do the same unto him. He said, do not do those traditions unto him and worship him. So what is Constantine? What did he come and do? He came and brought in Christmas and Easter. He took the Christmas tree, the wreaths, the mistletoe, the holly, the feasts, the gift giving, and said, we're going to do this unto the Lord. That's why they slapped Jesus on it and say it's his birthday on the 25th of December, but it's not his birthday. The Messiah was not born on the 25th of December. The Bible does not say we are to do this. We're not meant to celebrate the Messiah's birthday. We're not meant to be doing these rituals. We're meant to worship God in spirit and truth. John 4:24. The churches love their rituals because they're pagans. And it's witchcraft. Christmas and Easter, Halloween is all witchcraft. Abominations in our Father's house. So if you do Christmas and Easter, you're still a witch. Okay? If you wear makeup, you're still a witch because it's witchcraft, right? Deceiving the minds. Go and read Enoch 8 about how the fallen angels taught the women to beautify their eyelids, right? To paint their face, to deceive, to seduce men, to lead people into lust and fornication. And what else? Read I don't know what I was going to say there, but so you need to come out of the church because they have lied. Revelation 18:4, God says, come out of her, my people. The church was prophesied in 2 Thessalonians 2:3 to go fully apostate. Okay, because the house of God is going to be judged first, and God raises up watchmen in the end days, which is what I am, to warn the church to repent, to get back on the narrow path. So you must keep those 10 commandments, right? So that means no Christmas, no Easter, because you're breaking the first and second commandments of God. No crosses, no statues of like Jesus or the saints or Mary. It's breaking the second commandment because you're not meant to have any graven images. Keep the Sabbath holy on Saturday from dawn to dawn. No coveting in your heart by wearing makeup. Eat biblically clean, so there's no pork, no shellfish, keeping the second covenant of promise, which is a Noahic rainbow covenant. And you must go and love your neighbour and teach your sisters also. Once you've repented and studied to show yourself approved, you must go and teach your neighbour. Rebuke your sisters for breaking the 10 commandments like I'm doing here with you, which is the most loving thing I can do, so you do not go into the great tribulation or to hell. If you want to be right with God, you need to take heed of what I'm saying. Please don't believe me. Go and check out the scriptures that I've given you. And the Messiah's name is Yeshua, not Jesus, because he came in his Father's name. John 5:43. I come in my Father's name, but you receive me not. If another come in his own name, him you will receive. Jesus, the lawless one, he teaches you to break the 10 commandments. And what does the church preach? You can't keep the 10 commandments. Yet the Messiah of the Bible was prophesied back in Deuteronomy 18:15-19 to come and give us everything the Israelites desired at Mount Horeb. That was the 10 commandments. Read Deuteronomy 5. It's the Holy Covenant of Promise. And he taught obedience in Matthew 19:16-22. He said, to enter into life, keep the commandments, runs through some of a handful of the commandments and says, go and love your neighbour. So to love God with all your heart, mind and soul is to keep the 10 commandments. To love your neighbour is to teach them to keep the 10 commandments. That's how you enter into the kingdom. Go and read Revelation 22:14. Only those that do his commandments will enter in through the gates into the city. Please go to straightisthegate.net to see the truth. Please take heed. Great tribulation is coming. Repent.